Samsung AU7100 in a 50-inch model. Check out the description. I'll put some timestamps below with the dimensions and so on, and the dimensions or width of those legs as well. Top of the box we can see the 2 feet there, and also the remote and instruction book pack. The feet out, remote and instruction book pack, and quick setup guide. Okay, that's the front of it with the screen protector and padding still on. Quick side shot, quite thick, and the back of the TV as well. Remote control and instruction book pack. Figure 8 mains lead. Standard Samsung remote. AAA batteries for the standard remote. CI card slot reader. AAA batteries for the smart remote, I'm guessing. That's the smart remote included as well. In there, a brief instruction book, which is a page, and a quick guide to the smart remote. Okay, looking at the standard remote, I will put a link in the description. You can go buy one off Amazon as well. Power on and off, source button, channel numbers, teletext if available where you are, pre-channel, back to the previous channel, volume up and down, mute button, channel list, channels up and down, Netflix, home button, Prime Video, Samsung TV Plus, so they're shortcuts to those. Guide button, if you're on the guide you've got up, down, left, right and enter. Return to go back step by step, exit all the way out. Then you've got settings, info for the info bar, settings is a shortcut straight to the settings, audio description or subtitles button, and then you've got play, stop, fast forward and rewind. So if you're in apps or media playback, you can use those buttons there. Flip it over, AAA batteries into the back. That's the smart remote included with this TV. It's not the solar panel version, takes AAA batteries, but on and off at the top. Channel number shortcut and other input shortcut or other button shortcut. Up, down, left, right, cursor arrows and enter. Play and pause, press play and pause there, you get rewind and fast forward on those cursors. Back step by step there, so that's the back button. Home button, volume rocks up and down and in for mute. Channels rock up and down and in for guide. Then we've got the shortcuts for Netflix, Prime and Samsung TV Plus. Flip it over, back comes off, he says. AAA batteries into there. Looking at these two packages here, that's one pedestal foot. Yeah, we've got an L there for left if it shows up. Also attached, we've got the little clampy things they show, and that's for the cable guide, so we can clip that to the back foot on the TV and guide the cable down there to keep it out of view from the front. And this packet here, the right foot. And again, another cable guide there to clip on, like so. Looking at the TV now laid face down, see we've got these feet here, marked right and left. So we've got holes underneath. I'll get a quick close-up up here. So we've got left and right there. So that left foot just pushes in like so and clicks. Same for the right. You can also see we've got the cable grooves there, so we can take our power cable out, for example, tuck it into the groove, aerial cable in there maybe, or HDMI in there, just so we can take them along to either leg and down to keep the cables tidy at the back. Looking at the connections and inputs, we can see we've got the figure 8 mains input there at the top, USB half amp, digital optical audio out, HDMI 3, which is also enhanced audio return channel, HDMI 2 and HDMI 1, so 3 HDMIs in total, also terrestrial aerial input, and on the back we've got the wired internet or Ethernet connection. Onto the dimensions. Most important one for this, it is the 50-inch model, and the width between those feet there, 101 centimeters or 39 3/4 inches, almost 40 inch. Whatever it stood on to the top of the TV, 71.5 centimeters, just over 28 inches, maybe 28.25 inch. That gap there at the bottom, maybe about 7.5 centimeters or 3 inches. Thickness wise, it's 60 millimeters thick. Now looking at it from the back, again I'll get the width of the feet of the back because it's different anyway. So 95 centimeters across there, or 37.5 inches. From the bottom of the TV to the center of the first VESA mount hole, 287 millimeters. It's a 200mm by 200mm square VESA. Before I switch the television on, I've connected aerial, power and wired internet. I'm just going to take the screen protection off. So we've got these padded parts. I'll say peely peely and peel away the screen protector. Pop your postcode in to find your service provider. Okay, so that's just tuning in the background there, so I'll pause the video and come back for when it's completed. Okay, tuning's complete, so region select is important. England, secondary region is where my aerial is facing, in my case Yorkshire. Additional region not so important, and I've got Leeds. Next. Okay, faster way to link your apps using your mobile phone to help connect them. Skip. And start watching TV.
Squelching democracy in there. What they think is it.
Okay, so quickly on to Freeview HD. We can see the picture's quite dull, so I'm going to go straight to settings.
Takeover in Crimea in 2014. They did too little, too late. Do you think Joe Biden has learned from that?
Down to general.
Well, first of all, I push back on that because the
Power and energy saving. So brightness optimization, I'd probably leave it on at home, but because I'm filming this in the dark, I'm going to turn it off for now. Okay, also motion lighting, turn that off. It's sacrificing the picture to save electricity. Auto power off is up to you. It's an inactivity standby, so if you don't press a button, it will turn off after so many hours. Okay, and then back to that. So Just a zoom feed in the background there on live TV. We'll have a quick look at that. I'll shut my mouth and turn the sound up.
Solid front being built with Europe. It's not perfect, and deterrence. We didn't focus.
Marianne, there are clearly sanctions in the works, and you would expect that that is why the Secretary of State is travelling to Europe to make sure everyone's on the same page. But it's a delicate game, isn't it? Because you're trying to deter Russia without provoking them.
That's right. And sanctions only work to a point. I know we have for many years and decades now escalated sanctions against Putin, against Russia. He doesn't care about his people. It doesn't matter to him that any of his residents would be.
For Germany,
okay. So I'm going to just check what retail demo we've got built in, see if it's anything interesting. So we do have to go back to settings, down to support. Oh, down to general, system manager, switch the usage to home mode.
But do you trust that the Europeans are going to stand squarely behind Ukraine?
It's extremely difficult. They have leverage on the one hand, but so does Putin on there, because if he cuts off gas supplies to Europe, he can inflict all kinds of damage. And as far as I can see, most of the sort of
Cool. Okay, so exit from there. Back to settings.
Attempts to defend their territory. They're also starting to prepare to fight an insurgency if they need to, which, according to some media reports, the United States and other countries might be willing to help them with, which I would encourage us to say that out loud publicly, because that's another potential way to deter the Kremlin. But right now, we are in a very dangerous situation. And I think what the German foreign minister said there is really important, because this is not about Ukraine or Europe necessarily. This is about the international
So now I've gone
order.
back to home mode. We do also have to reset all of those eco settings, put them back again.
And so Article 2 of the UN Charter sets down that the borders of sovereign states are sacrosanct. And, when Iraq marched into Kuwait and tried to annex Kuwait, the international community rallied and told Iraq that was unacceptable, gave them an ultimatum. Now we're dealing with a nuclear power, so it's harder. But it doesn't mean...
Okay, so I'm just going to go onto YouTube and try a quick 4K demo there as well. Okay, so I'm quickly going to say credit to Ubisoft for the demo. It's their trailer of one of their next-gen games.
by the intelligence agencies in 2020, but he was taken off the active list last year. Meanwhile, in the United States, the FBI has warned faith-based communities they will likely continue to be...
So before we go, just going to have a quick look at the home menu. So press the home button. You can see all the way to the left there, we've got access to the settings cog. Above there, you've got the e-manual, so that's your instruction book built into the TV. Tells me I'm connected to wired internet, picture mode standard, sound mode standard, TV speaker. You can see game mode there if you've got games consoles or other inputs you wish to switch that on for. Source or input menu, search, apps for more app store. Apps there for more apps from the App Store. Sign into your Samsung account. Home mode, Samsung TV Plus, so like their on-demand content sort of channel as well. Live TV, which we've got in the background. Netflix, Prime, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Disney Plus, Now, Rakuten, YouTube, Discovery Plus, all four. Samsung Health there. You can do Pilates and different exercises in front of the TV. Apple TV, also got Apple screen mirroring built in. Internet browser, so you can connect a Bluetooth device as well and do some basic internet browsing there, or cheap Bluetooth keyboard. And My 5 exit. So all in all, not a bad little TV for the money. It's fairly cheap to buy. I don't know the exact price, but I know it's sort of entry level product. Sounds actually quite good, but it is a thicker TV and the picture's pretty good as well. And that's all for now.